Bib overalls. They didn't have Levi's at that time. Nearly everybody wore bib overalls. I think in the 5th grade, I wore a pair of corduroys. Came up to your waist. And I think that was the first time that I'd wore things like that. I always wanted to be a cowboy. And I passed show bills when I was a kid for the old Star Theater. Everybody east of the Peteetneet Boulevard there. And I passed them on my little horse and bicycle and whatever. In 3rd grade, I got a bicycle to ride to school if I wanted to. I bought me a pair of cowboy boots with the money. And so I always wore a pair of cowboy boots.
Well, I had bib overalls most of the time. I don't think I graduated out of bib overalls till I was about in the 4th or 5th grade.
Everybody wore about the same thing as just Levi's and a t-shirt of some sort. And then because it was through the winter and everything, then it was mostly a big coat.
When it got cold, then your mom just bought you long, heavy stockings, and you had to wear them all winter. And then it was so wonderful in the spring when you could take them off and get pretty little bright colored half socks. But other than that, we had to think of warmth, especially in walking to school when it was so far.
Girls always wore dresses in those days. You didn't wear any kind of pants, so we always wore dresses. And the guys wore regular pants and shirts.
Well, there was an automatic moral dress code for girls. They had to wear dresses, you know, and they had to be far enough down below their knees. But I don't think the boys ever had a dress code.
Well, there was no dress code, but when you lived around here, most of us still kind of farmland and everything, so most of us wore Levi's or overalls, they called them, you know, with the bib and everything, and then usually a long sleeve shirt, and everybody wore pretty much the same thing.
They didn't have any, just wear some clean clothes was all, whatever we had. That was back in the days when we didn't have too many different clothes, but they were always clean and nice.
No, then if you had clothes, they was like the kids that wear them now, that is in the mode, you might say. Holes in the knees, and one pair of shoes lasted all year. You don't have 15 pair of shoes like you do nowadays.
No closets. We had one closet in our house because we didn't have a lot of clothes.
If you had enough money to buy some clothes, that was fine. But if you didn't, you'd wear the old ones. And it also come down the line. If you had a big brother or a big sister, whatever the case may be, you'd wear their clothes out. And that's the way the clothes situation was.